get connected to you that basically belonging to NIT Jalandhar, so we all are together. So I think that is the essence.
Actually, I have the prepared one PPT also, so I can share. But because once you are present here, so we can talk to you first, and then we will share that part later on.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So to start, hello everyone. Good evening. This is Amanpreet Kaur. I've done my bachelor's and master's from NIT Jalandhar. I started in 2011 and then graduated in 2015. Then at the same time, I started my master's and then I graduated in 2017. Then my thesis was with Dr. M.K. Jha for master's. And I would take this platform as an opportunity to thank all my teachers for educating me and for making me to reach the place where I am today. Special thanks to Dr. M.K. Jha because the support that he has offered me, jitna unhone support kiya, I don't think any supervisor in the world can help me with that. So special thanks to Dr. M.K. Jha for all the support and all his best wishes. And jitna bhi mujhe aaj mila hai, if I'm working in Canada, if I'm here in Canada, it's all because of Dr. Jha. So special thanks to him. And thanks to all the professors for educating us and for making us to reach what we have achieved today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Aman. Thank you very much. Next one can yes, sir. Jha sir wants to say something.
No, I don't want to say something. Only thanks to Amanpreet and actually everything whatever you got, you deserve for it, and it is your hard work and labor. It is nothing
No, sir.
with me and all this thing.
Without your
That
blessings,
is only my concern.
without your blessings, it would have never been possible. जो आपने support की है, so it's all thanks to you, sir.
So that is our duty. It is not that is only for that we are in the department. So that is our duty. That is not a special thing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next, I think Dr. Pal can share something.
Sir, I'm not doctor yet, sir.
Yeah, we can say doctor because the
Yes,
got
sir.
PhD, so someday you would be the doctor. Don't worry.
Hope so, sir. Hope so. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening to all the profs and all the faculty members and all the students. My name is Ajinkya Pal. I graduated in 2017. I completed my BTech there. And I was working for 1 year in some industry. And in 2018, I joined NUS, National University of Singapore, for my PhD program. And my PhD is in collaboration with Qatar Gas. It's an industrial PhD. I'm working on natural gas and LNG processing. And at this moment of time, after 3 years down the line, I would like to extend my gratitude and my thanks to Prof. Bansal and Prof. Jha, who motivated me to pursue research, because I remember my long talks. I had bothered Prof. Bajpai, Prof. Bansal and Prof. Jha to understand what I should do regarding research and everything. And their words have been really motivating. And I thought that I was not a good student back in my undergrad, but I always wanted to pursue research, and they were really motivating. And I would also like to thank Prof. Renu Bansal. Like, her CRE lectures has been really helpful, and I really wish Prof. Sangeeta Garg was present there, because she was my undergrad thesis supervisor, and the way she helped me, and she also assisted me and motivated me to work in the labs day in and day out. So yeah, like, when I look back, I think the amount of motivation which I got from all the profs, it has been tremendous. And I really wish more of our undergrad students pursue research and get into PhD programs all across the globe. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Mr. Bikram Arora, sir, can you hear? Bikram ji. Anyone else is present? So because here I can see only names.
Rahul Giri is there. Rahul Giri. Vaibhav Gupta.
I think
Any of the
sometimes.
yeah, Anjali Goenka.
She is our third year student actually. So our third year students are also there.
So that's good.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. I think Vikram might have some connectivity problem because he had joined long time back.
I think those who are alumni can come forward directly and just have an quick interaction.
Yes. Or in the meantime, I can share our department video actually, so that some people can join that time. Can I do that way? So I'm going to share our actually the department video which we have. We want to share.
Today, chemical engineers play a vital role while working in multidisciplinary teams to solve complex problems requiring production, designing, transportation, and transformation of energy and materials. From a feeble start in 1990, the Department of Chemical Engineering at NIT Jalandhar has come a long way to become a fully established department offering BTech, MTech, and PhD programs. As on date, we have 17 faculty members, well-established labs, and latest research equipments. All the faculty members are actively engaged in research and consulting activities, resulting in more than 300 research papers in journals of repute. Our alumni are acquiring top positions in reputed companies of the world. Also, we have been contributing to the industry through collaborative working, filed 5 patents and have projects of worth rupees 2.5 crore. Our recent achievement wherein we are working with industry through a technology transfer project in manufacturing an air purifier is worth mentioning. The department is very active to share and dissipate knowledge through various international conferences, short-term courses and webinars. We have also organized prestigious Chemical Engineering Congress, ChemCon 2012 and 2018. The department is making sincere efforts to contact industry personnel as individual in enhancing teaching learning. The department has signed MOU with IIP Dehradun and NIBE Kapurthala. In next 2 years, department is planning to have active MOU with 10 industries.
Our country imports almost 82% crude oil of our indigenous requirement. Moreover, we are the third biggest oil consumer in the world after USA and China. Our refining capacity is almost 250 million metric ton per annum, ranking 4th largest in the world after US, China and Russia. We are in a process to increase our refining capacity to 450 to 500 million metric ton in next 10 years to meet the rising domestic fuel demand as well as to cater to the export market. As far as natural gas is concerned, its share in energy basket will rise 10% by 2025 and 15% by 2030 from currently 6.2% in the entire energy consumption in the country. Keeping in view this, our department is offering various courses related to hydrocarbon industry, that is petroleum recovery technology, hydrocarbon engineering, petroleum engineering and technology, petroleum refining engineering. So we are dealing in both upstream and downstream also. Again, our students or alumni which has been passed from this department, they are occupying very higher position around the world in many countries like US, Canada, Australia, England, apart from Indian companies like Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, Reliance Industries Limited. To supplement the efforts, department is also a strong research group which already produced 6 PhD in the area of development of catalyst for biodiesel and conversion of waste biomass to bioil.
Hi, we are in the mass transfer lab of Department of Chemical Engineering, NIT Jalandhar. This lab has almost 14 experiments that cater to the BTech program in chemical engineering. Over the years, many masters and PhD students, they are also working in this lab, and they have developed their own experimental setups designed by them according to their problem, and they are also working here in this lab. Almost 10 PhDs have been produced in the lab, and they are working in the different areas ranging from multi-phase flow. This is a typical reactor which has which is airlift internal loop reactor. In this reactor, we are studying the performance of the reactor corresponding to various non-Newtonian fluids. As we know, mostly the fluids are idealized by assuming that they behave like Newtonian, whereas most of the industrial fluids, they are non-Newtonian in character. So in this particular reactor, we are investigating the performance of the reactor with respect to the flow character of the fluids, or in other words, we can say that the effect of rheology we are studying on this reactor. Likewise, here we have another reactor. It's a trickle bed reactor, and again, both the applications of both the reactors are in different fields. So basically, we are working on different configurations of different types of reactors and flow behavior there in various reactors, and we are investigating the effect of complexity of the rheology of the fluids in behavior of the reactor performance. We have many equipments here that lead to the basically UG lab. We have measurement of diffusion coefficients, we have measurement of mass transfer coefficient, we have experiments for the estimation of VLE data, liquid-liquid extraction data. We have absorption equipment, we have crystallization, we have crystallization drying, and then adsorption. These are the equipments that are mainly there in this lab. Apart from this lab, apart from these instruments that are for mass transfer lab, we also have students working in this lab on PhD work, and this is a typical setup for the treatment of a effluent from the leather industry, and this is all indigenous indigenously designed by the student and our research team, and we are working on this treatment of leather effluent, basically aerobic and anaerobic, and various combinations of their sequence that we are putting here to tackle the high BOD contents of the leather effluent. We have some high-end equipments in this lab. This is POC analyzer, basically measuring the carbon contents of the wastewater samples, because we are working on the treatment of various types of effluents. And this is a rheometer, where various rheological parameters are found for the fluids that we are handling. We can measure shear stress, shear rate, and then viscoelasticity, relaxation time, and the various models that depict the performance of that particular fluid. Apart from this, we have the spectrophotometer that is there in the outside. This is UV spectrophotometer. Vikas will be telling about its brief working.
So basically, we have attached here integrating solid sphere. In this, we measure the UV visible diffuse reflectance spectroscopy of solid samples, which is used for the measurement of band gap energy of nanoparticles, and these nanoparticles can be used further for the photoanodic material of dye-sensitized solar cells and other materials, and also for the advanced oxidation processes.
Environmental pollution has become a major concern in the last few decades due to the exponential growth in the urbanization and industrialization over the globe. Photocatalysis is a sustainable technology having potential to deal with such a challenging situation. Photocatalysis has applications in environmental remediation, that is destruction of organic pollutants for water and air purification. It has also applications in fuel production such as hydrogen production from water or methane production from carbon dioxide. Despite many advantages of photocatalysis and the extensive laboratory research work done in this field, there are still some factors which hinder its commercialization. My research is focused on the development of commercial products based on this technology. My research group has already filed 2 patents in this particular field, out of which one has already been commercialized in the form of an air purifier. Currently, we are working on the 2 industry-sponsored R&D projects for the formulation of self-cleaning cement and self-cleaning paint. In the near future, I am planning to utilize this technology for the development of self-disinfecting surfaces and coatings, which is the need of the hour in this area of COVID-19. Thank you very much.
Alternative fuels, they have been explored worldwide owing to the depletion of fossil fuels, increase in the oil prices, and to control the greenhouse gas emissions. Now, biodiesel, this is being produced from various edible and non-edible oils, which will help to resolve our food versus fuel issue. Now, in the production of biofuels, heterogeneous catalysts are being explored for the manufacture of biodiesel, and they are being extensively used, resulting in good quality glycerol as the byproduct and with no effluent formation. Now, our department is actively involved in the synthesis of biodiesel by the use of several heterogeneous catalysts. Now, different heterogeneous catalysts have been developed. For example, the double metal cyanide based heterogeneous catalysts are being used via the ultrasonification method for the production of biodiesel. Then binary earth metal oxide catalysts are have also been developed for the manufacture of biodiesel. Then biodiesel has also been produced by enzymatic transesterification, and its application in CI engines has been studied. Then another process has been developed and the process optimization of biodiesel production using hybrid heterogeneous catalyst has been studied. So this is what the department is engaged in, active research on biodiesel and development of different heterogeneous catalysts for the same.
Coatings are the integral part of their life. Coatings are being used for each and every items. The primary purpose of coating is just a protection, or that may be from anti-corrosion, or maybe a decorative purpose, just to give a different type of appearance, or a functional property, just to impart a color index or optical property, or the electrical property, mechanical properties. So these are some special property, or maybe some antimicrobial property, anti-dust property. So these are the various properties which can be imparted to the coating by adding some particular ingredient. Now all coatings are most of the time the organic coatings, so a lot of the research is being done in that particular field is going on a large scale also, just to minimize the use of organic solvents in order to cut down their impact on environment, so that we should have a green coating. So now a lot of focus in green coatings or water-based coatings, or less harmful solvents. Second part is that a lot of the research is also going on in the field of thin film polymer coatings, because thin film have a lot of benefit as compared to the thick coatings, because we can impart the properties to a very large extent. Second part, material used is also low. They have excellent properties. So for that also your drying characteristics plays a very important role. In order to design any film, we need a lot of compressor work before performing a real practical for thin film polymer coatings. In thin film polymeric coatings and analysis of the film. So here we have a DSC analyzer. In that actually we weigh the sample with the help of this micro analytical the weight balance. So this we need nearly 30 to 40 milligram of the samples, and that sample again need to be loaded in this particular DSC analyzer here. So here you can have this is the place where we mount the sample. So while the sample is being mounted, now from DSC signal here, so once we do analysis here, so we can control that gas flow rate and maintain the temperature, and finally we get a heat flow into the sample with respect to time and temperature, and then it would be used to calculate the glass transient temperature, your melting, your crystallizations, and the enthalpy of fusion actually. This way you can find the stability of a given sample. So maybe it is a polymer sample or a sample or any samples, and this DSC analyzer can study the sample up to 700 degrees Celsius, from the sub-ambient to 700 from minus 70 degrees Celsius. And we have here a cryochiller facility just to maintain a temperature up to minus 70 degrees Celsius.
Here we are also working with oxides of semiconducting nanoparticles and their applications like advanced oxidation processes and in dye-sensitized solar cells, for which we have solar simulator which provides illumination of approximating natural sunlight. It gives us indoor test facility for testing of solar cells, plastics and other materials. This equipment is equipped with IV test system to measure the current and voltage to find the photovoltaic efficiency of the solar cells.
In today's scenario, plastic has become an important part of our daily life, which cannot be totally avoided. But non-biodegradability of these persistent materials causes a big environmental problem to concern about. To reduce the false environmental impact of the plastic, natural biodegradable polymers such as starch and cellulosic materials can be incorporated to the polymer matrix. The physiochemical properties of the biodegradable polymers were enhanced using acylation, graft copolymerization and cross-linking modification techniques. A patent has been filed on the composite films for packaging applications prepared using cross-linked PVA starch matrix and grafted barley husk. Bioreactor is designed for the measurement of carbon dioxide content evolved during degradation of plastics in the aerobic medium. So now Ms. Anchal Garg will explain about the bioreactor.
It has been designed. It has three parts. First one is entry part, second is bioreactor, and third is absorbers. First, we pass the air through this. The carbon dioxide present in the air is absorbed in the sodium hydroxide and barium hydroxide present in these containers. After that, we pass the air in these reactor. In this, we have plastic which we are degrading, and the medium in which the microbes will grow. After that, the carbon dioxide evolved after the degradation will pass through these absorbers We have also, in these absorbers, we have the sodium hydroxide or barium hydroxide. The carbon dioxide will react with these base, and then we will titrate the present sodium hydroxide with HCl or any other acid. Through titration, we can know the amount of carbon dioxide evolved during the degradation process. So, with calculation, we can calculate the percent degradation of these plastic using this bioreactor.
Membranes are selective barrier as it allows the movement of certain chemicals through it while rejecting the other. Membrane finds diverse application in water, wastewater treatment, desalination and other chemical engineering disciplines. Basically, membrane-related research can be classified into the three categories. In the first phase, we should make novel membranes. Synthesize and development is important. And secondly, we can look for the detailed membrane performance with respect to various operating parameters. And the third, we can also look for the estimation of a membrane parameters, different membrane parameters, and modeling and simulation, so that we should know how simulation can be done. We have successfully demonstrated how membrane can be used for removing different heavy metals, including chromium-6, chromium-3, arsenic-3 and arsenic-5. And this can be extended to other organic molecules, dyes and other toxic components. And we are also in the midst of the study wherein we are studying how fouling and concentration polarization can be removed, so that we can reuse membrane again and again, so that the economic viability of the membrane separation process improves. Thank you.
Hello. Nanotechnology is a highly interdisciplinary science whose applications range from chemistry to healthcare to computer science. My research interests mainly lies in the application of these nanoparticles and nanostructures in certain specific applications of environment and energy. In environmental sector, we are currently dealing with degradation of pollutants using these nanostructures, and we are also interested in applying these nanoparticles for biofilms, increasing the strength and stability of the biofilms using nanostructures. In the energy sector, we are highly interested in applying these nanostructures for increasing the conventional efficiency of solar cells and fuel cells. In solar cells, these quantum dots, specifically cadmium selenide based quantum dots, are known to increase the electron hole pair generation efficiency as compared to conventional titanium dioxide electrodes. And in fuel cells, these quantum dots are known to significantly increase the conductivity of polyelectrolyte membrane, thereby increasing the overall efficiency of the fuel cell. So we look forward for these applications. Thank you.
With the depletion of fossil fuel reserves and the concern with the environmental issues, the world is moving towards the production of sustainable clean energy resources. The biomass plays a major role in meeting these challenges. So in India, if you see that so around 686 metric tons of crop residues is producing annually. So this lignocellulosic biomass occupies a vital role in producing various fuels, chemicals, and also these materials. So according to the national policy on biofuels in 2018, so our government is funding around 5,000 crores in a span of 6 years for production of second generation bioethanol. So this so in this bioethanol process uses only cellulose fraction, and it doesn't uses lignin fraction. So this and the same with the case with our paper and pulp industries also. So this lignin is underutilized, so we can use this lignin for different applications. So as we observe the structure and composition of this lignin, so this lignin can be is the only the compound which can be used for production of the aromatic compounds now, which we are producing it from petroleum reserves. So the and one more important problem with this lignin is the lignin comes with the separated lignin comes with different chemicals and solvents which are used in the process for separation. So this will be a problem. Okay, so this also alter the quantity and quality of the compound. So we at NIT Jalandhar focused on working on this development of different eco-friendly process for this lignin separation, and also the development of different catalyst and also process for the separation or depolymerization of this lignin for conversion into various valuable products. Apart from that, we are also working on this, this production of high quality carbon for this electrode applications, and also we are producing this bio-nanocomposites for structural components.
Currently, I am working in the field of computational non-Newtonian fluid. Many process fluids such as polymeric, pulp suspension, foam, emulsions, this kind of fluids is characterized by non-Newtonian fluid behavior. We can find this kind of non-Newtonian fluid behavior in many process industries such as petrochemical industry, polymer industry, pharmaceutical industry, and many more chemical process industry. So when we transport this kind of non-Newtonian fluid over a solid surface, then it is important to understand how much force exerted by this non-Newtonian fluid on that solid surface. If that solid surface is heated, that how much heat is being transferred from that surface. After that, we need to develop a correlation for that, so that many people can use for many applications.
My areas of specializations are complex fluid rheology, mixing in microfluidic devices, and biofluid mechanics. In complex fluid rheology, these complex fluids generally encounter in food, process, and cosmetic industry. To study these fluids, we use rheometer to study both large amplitude and small amplitude experiments. So in microfluidic devices, there is a big problem with the mixing. To enhance mixing, instead of using rigid surfaces, we use deformable surfaces to enhance mixing. And third one, biofluid mechanics. The flow in arteries and veins undergo repairing and modeling. Because of that reason, it shows residual stress. To understand the modeling of this repairing growth, we study the biofluid mechanics.
Chemical process safety and hazard management is now a major area of research. Safety in the process industry and the building are important. Major hazards in the industry and building is happening due to the fire. Our main aim must be to design a fire protection system so that reduce any accident which is related to the fire in the industry or in a building. So how to minimize this? So first thing is that we have to understand the fire development in a building or in a process. Development of the fire in a building. So it can be done with the help of experimental or numerical techniques. But thing is that experimental techniques is complex, so we can use CFD, so simulate the fires in a building or in a process industry.
Good morning, everyone. Catalysis is an important part of chemical engineering. It is the process of increasing the rate of chemical reaction by adding a substance known as catalyst. In the Department of Chemical Engineering, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, National Institute of Technology, Jalandhar, we are working in the field of catalysis and its associated areas. I, Dr. Nitin Naresh Pandhare, specifically work on development of catalyst, its characterization and its various application in the field of biomass conversion to fuels and additives and bioenergy production. Along with this, we are also work in the field of reaction kinetic modeling.
Hello, Binodji, can you hear? A few of the alumni have joined in the meantime. Mr. Binod and Mandeep Singh.
Hi, I can hear you.
Yeah, how are you?
It's all good. How are you?
Yeah, we are good actually. So we were waiting for all you people actually. So in the meantime, we started sharing the department, the research activities engaged by various faculty members.
It's nice, nice, very good. Very happy to join and happy to hear about the progress which our esteemed college is doing.
Yeah.
Good evening, Azhar.
जहाँ सर आपका माइक म्यूट है.
Good evening, Vinod and Mandeep. Good evening.
Sambhav Grover has also joined. So, yeah, Vinodji, you can share some thoughts about our student at present. They are going through a long stress, because somehow they were waiting previously that the things would get normalized. Now again things went off track, and now their training, placement, and everything is on halt actually.
Okay, and do we have new students or the ongoing students in this meet, or all our passed out colleagues?
Actually, currently we have mostly are there from second year and some of them from third year. So
okay, yeah.
we want to hear from your side, because the being alumni, so much experience and all this, so you can help and guide them.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. Just for those to whom we never met or never talked about with each other, I am Vinod Kumar. I was a student of this college from 93 to 97 in chemical engineering, of course. Now I'm working in one of the oil gas design sector company named McDormand International as a project engineering manager. I hope and pray that all the member of this alumni meet and their all friends, peers, all are healthy and doing well, because I sitting apart. I'm attending this meeting from Netherlands, sitting apart from country. We are very honestly, we are very horrified by the news which we get on the daily basis in our friend circle, from family and from all other near and dears. It's very scary news. On daily basis, we have heard that somebody is getting sick or somebody is passed away. I would suggest and to everybody that please take care of yourself and your family members. Take good precautions, because in this COVID environment is the only thing which can save us is precautions. On the maybe I can share something on the industry scenario, because we are on daily basis we are dealing with the new projects, new opportunities. Since this corona lockdown and corona impact the market since last year, the market was very slow till last December, but now the market is recovering. So I think that the new students should not worry much, but yes, there would be some hitches. New projects are coming in the market, especially in the Gulf area. In my company also there are I think we are working on around 16 proposals. All are refinery related to the oil gas, offshore, onshore. Four proposal I am working. So it means there are big projects which are already announced in the market, and there are companies who win the projects. So companies are doing well now, recovering. Operators are investing, especially in refineries, and the new stream which is coming up is this all green energy sector, green hydrogen, blue hydrogen. So my suggestion would be to the newcomers, don't worry. things are getting better. Of course, I'm not now comparing with India, but rest of the world is getting better. Opportunities would be there. Try to focus on the new energy streams, which is called green energy. There are a lot of investment. There will be a future in that stream. So, because each and every company, irrespective of their business, if they are related to the energy sector, now they are investing in green energy. Hydrogen through electrolysis, hydrogen through reforming are highly in demand. So, just my suggestion would be focus on that side also. So there are new startups, there are new companies coming up. There would be a lot of opportunities. Just you keep your eyes and ear open, keep a good tap on the market, and keep yourself ready to grab the opportunity. I think on the industry basis, it is not the same as it was in 2018 or 19, but now it is in a recovery phase. Hopefully by third quarter of this year, we will hear more healthy news from the market. Yeah, I think that will help.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Anything for that? Something can be done in the meantime in the form of training, just like virtual training, something. Because in your industry, so it's not possible because you are dealing in oil and petroleum. So I hope virtual thing may not be possible there.
No. Nowadays, there is two things. I'm sitting in the European Union, so it is very hard if somebody wants to come here and get the training because of the visa processing, and now the European Union is very strict. But virtually, yes, I think we can do that. I'm not sure if Amit Jain is there, because last week we was talking with each other to make some arrangement where we can share our information, knowledge with the new coming students. Hopefully
Yes.
they will get benefited. Virtually possible, yes, we can.
Yeah, so one student from third year is doing virtual training in the Sandeep company, actually, Text on the Sandeep Kumar Singh. So he is doing virtual training in that company. So if some other you people can also means engage one or two students, I hope that would also give some opportunity to learn them.
Yeah, that is for sure. I can check on my end if that is possible virtually or not. Then I can come back to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much, Vinod. Then we have the Sambhav Grover. Hello, can you hear Mr. Sambhav?
Yes, I can hear you.
So you can also share something about yourself to our students and our faculty members, because most of the faculty members are new to you, because we have joined 8 new faculties here.
Yes, right. So yeah, I would just go on to introduce myself first. Currently, what I'm doing, I just want to introduce first myself. So I was graduated in 2017 itself, and then after my graduation, I was placed in a refinery, HMEL.
Can we see you? Your video is off something. At least we see. We want to see, if possible.
Yeah, right. Now it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So I was telling you that after my graduation in 2017 itself, I got campus placement in HMEL, a refinery in Bhatinda. So I have worked there for 2 years. Then I joined the other company named Bechtel Corporation, which actually Vinod sir was telling currently. It is a similar company also. The EPC work Bechtel are also doing, that McDermott is currently doing. So working with such a company was a great experience, but due to COVID, there was some problem, and I switched then my company to and I've joined a recent company for market research in chemicals and polymers itself, named ChemBizarre. So I'm working currently as an associate consultant in a ChemBizarre organization. So yeah, this learning which I have got in few of the years of my career. In 4 years, I can say is a great learning. I have switched two sectors, starting from the operations, then to the engineering sector, and now I'm currently into the consulting sector. So yeah, I've learned a lot in terms of the knowledge I have gained in terms of the careers that I have portrayed in. So there is a great learning if someone wants to start their career. I would recommend one to go towards a field that are currently in great scope in the market, be it some data science or data analyst type of field. They are in good uh, perspective, in good there are good opportunities in the market, so we can definitely try that, as there are situations having means there are low opportunities in the current core industry at present, so we can definitely try some new market to venture.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sambhav. And where you currently?
I'm currently working in Gurgaon, but at present I'm at my home in Nagpur.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Doctor, sorry to disturb you.
yeah,
I
yes,
think maybe with this alumni's, it would be a good idea if sometime we can share how to reach to the market, and what are the prospective careers for the as a chemical engineer, for your new students who are in third year or fourth year. Maybe we can give our insights from different industries. As some of have the different in chemical experience, I have in now in oil gas sector. So similarly, we can have a 3-4 guys group which can present the whole industry scenario to the new students, which will help them to find out the career.
Yeah, sure. Actually, Vinodji, we conduct some alumni interaction also in the meantime. And so far, we have conducted 4 alumni interaction sessions in that way. So in last session, Mr. Bhavitya Mittal and there were 3 more alumni, but the present in that one. So they gave some idea about that pharmaceutical, and Mr. Atul Khandari about this water treatment and wastewater treatment. So we are having that way. So regularly we are just planning that particular part. It's really helpful actually. It's giving because sometimes once they enroll there, they just found job, but which job they don't know actually. So that is the part also. So that is also good idea. So based on your people convenience and all this, we arrange this. So maybe we can arrange it anytime based on your convenience and these other people. So 2-3 people can come in one particular session, so that we can have a better interaction in that way.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, thank you. Shivam, can you share something? How are you, and have you joined the company or not?
Good evening, sir. I'm right now in Gujarat.
Okay.
Bharuch. In
Turn
SLF
on your
only.
video, right? We want to see you have your super seniors and super juniors also. So you have everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
So you have the joint, right? Yeah.
Sir, is it audible? Yeah.
Yeah, audible, yeah.
Yeah. I'm in right now in SRF Limited.
Okay.
So I'm in Bharuch and I'm going on daily basis to company. So there is no work from home in production.
Mm-hmm. So when did you join, and what would you suggest to these our new students? Something in meantime?
Basically, if we compare the scenario of our final year and first year in industry, it's little bit difficult to manage. Like the scenario we imagine in college about the industry is completely like हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ जॉब मिल गई है तो अब सही है. But managing job in industry, like sometimes I feel कि हाँ अगर पढ़ाई करी है तो production like some production in when you join as a production engineer तो first year में ऐसा ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ your technical overcomes your management skills. So right now I am more into management of people, like how to get work done, how to make them work, like अपना काम like knowledge का तो देखा जाए तो we have DCS and since it's my first year so it's endless learning. मैं distillation column सीख रहा हूँ, मैं reactors चलाना सीख रहा हूँ, like how to like काफी मतलब endless learning है. जैसे हम अपना आप जैसे पीईडी पढ़ाते थे और नितिन सर हाइड्रोकार्बन पढ़ाते थे तो वो सब यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि हाँ डिस्टिलेशन कॉलम में वो कैसे निकल रहा है एंड ऑल. So first year में तो it's being GET program only, and after that I might be getting shifted to technical services or like something another profile also. So it's basically upon me ki how I learn and grow.
Yeah, thank you, Shivam. And along with you, who are there in SRF, we have the many.
In SRF, Kaushal is there, but he is right now on duty, so he is
Okay,
not
okay, okay.
available.
So anyone else from our Miss alumni side who wants to share? Someone has joined, I think Karan something. Mr. Karan, because I can
Yes.
see that.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I am good. How are you?
I'm good, good. It's really good to see. Actually, I just saw the message, and sorry, I wasn't prepared for this, but I just saw the message in the group,
See,
and
there
I
no
just
need to
felt like
prepare anything.
talking to
Actually,
everyone.
this is our just a family interaction. So for that, no need to prepare anything. Only thing just to share.
Hello.
Pamanpreet is also there, so you can
We are
turn on
from
your
the same
video,
batch,
Karan.
sir. Me and Karan.
Okay.
And we are in the same place. We are in Toronto.
That's nice.
It's really good to see that we are still like in this pandemic time. We all are still trying to, and especially from the college side, that we are trying to get together and connect.
Yeah, you
see-
can say this pandemic time gave me something good to connect you or means all of you actually, and I'm hoping that over the period of time something good will definitely will come out, and then more thing that we can interact, and this interaction is very much helpful. It gives some means a lot of happiness for that. At least we should know that whatever student, our seniors, everybody is doing just to get well connected.
Yes, certainly. No, definitely, it's good to hear you all. And just
So
to
you-
let you know, like I'm 2015 pass out, and
Can you turn on your video if possible?
I'm not video ready at the moment. It will take me some time, but
Okay,
like
no
I can
problem, no
talk.
problem. Go ahead, go
Sorry.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, like so I had my day off, and then I thought like let's connect and see who all are there, like whom I
Mhm.
know. So I passed out in 2015 batch, and then I joined GSW, General Steel. I worked there for 6 months, and then after which I came to Canada for my master's in engineering. So my story has been like a roller coaster. So I came here, did my master's of engineering from University of Waterloo, and then I got a chance to work with Apotex. That's a pharmaceutical company here in Canada, in Toronto. And then the company wasn't in a great shape at that time. Like there's a long story about this company that was going through. I think Aman is still working there, right? Aman, you're still working there?
Yes, I'm currently working in
Okay.
Appex, but now it's in a good shape.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, they
Come
had
back
some.
actually.
They laid off a lot of people at that time, and yeah, so I got an opportunity from there. I felt like one of my friend was working in the banking side, so I'm into insurance now. So I'm
Okay.
working with one of the top 5 banks here in Canada, RBC Insurance. So I deal with the insurance, and I actually now I'm going towards the underwriter side. So underwriters are basically risk managers who are capable of deciding whether this is an insurable interest or not, the risk that needs to be insured or not. So I'll be the one who will be making decisions on behalf of the company. So I'll be from next week onwards, I'll be joining Aviva Canada. That's one of the biggest insurance firm in Canada.
Yeah. Nice to hear you, Karan, actually. So the Professor Jha has joined now, so you can.
So hello, Karan. How are
Hello,
you there?
Jas. I'm good, sir. How are you?
Wow,
Very
fine.
good to talk to you.
And I know you are also very popular in Canada by by showing the Sun of Magician show and all these things. So very good.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll add to it. So I used to do a lot of like magic shows back there
Very good.
during my college time. And I've continued doing this here as well, like in Canada. I started off with like building my own brand name and everything. And obviously because of the Corona time, like this is not like the greatest time for these things now. The world
Naturally.
is changing. But yeah, I'm still intact. Actually, my dad had an interview like this morning on DD Punjabi. So he was interviewed for his magic skills and stuff.
Oh, you know
How are
the
you, Jess?
magic tricks, right? The
Yes.
younger son is also trying to do some magic actually. So he is
Oh, he should learn from Karan. Karan is a great magician.
so he is actually now learning some tricks each day. So you can't believe that he made his own the YouTube channel and every day he tried to put some tricks.
Oh, nice. Very good. I'm going to follow him. I'll ask you about his channel. Maybe we can collaborate.
Right. So actually, sir, some of our alumni, because it's tough time in India, mainly in India and some other countries. So many of people give some commitment to join, but in the meantime, they get some urgency due to this COVID actually. So some of them, I got the message from them. So they are somewhere in hospital, somewhere, something like that. So situation is not at all good actually everywhere. So I would say that we have talked to the Mr. Binod, Mr. Sambhav, Karan, Shivam, Amanpreet, and I hope some other people may join. So I'm not sure. So I would say I would share our department presentation to all of you and see that what we are doing at present. And we always means expect some feedback from your side, feedback, suggestion, just to improve our working and what can be done actually, what type of some specialized courses or maybe some subject which we can start something. So let me share our department actually uh, presentation to you people. फिट नहीं है वहां से भी लगेगा फिट करता है
नहीं मैं आ गया
So this is the time our new head is appointed. So at present we have 405 students in the department total, including BTech, MTech, and PhD scholars. So senior most faculty is Professor M.K. Jha. Now he is the Professor H.G. and exceptionally working in the field of oil refining and petroleum. Then we have Professor Ajay Bansal working in wastewater treatment, photocatalysis, trickle web the reactor. Then we have Dr. J.K. Ratan, especially working on photocatalysis, environment engineering, CFD, and has actively working in industrial projects, patents. We have Dr. N.K. Srivastav, mainly working in wastewater treatment, energy, and management. He is active members in international collaborations activities. Then we have Dr. Poonam Gera. She is working in energy and environment and doing good work in that field. Then myself, I am working in thin film polymeric coatings, modeling simulation, process engineering, and the renewable hydrogen production. Then we have Dr. Renu Gupta, Associate Professor and Head. She is working in CRE and complete CRE actually, multi-phase reactors and. Then we have Dr. Sangeeta Garg. She is working in polymer blends, composites, and file a patent in that field, biodegradable polymer composites. We have Dr. Salen Bajpai is working in wastewater treatment, membrane separations, and risk management and threats. Dr. Amit Dhruv Saran, mainly working in the nanomaterials for energy and environment. Then we have Dr. Anji Reddy Bhavanam, mainly working biofuels, bioproducts, wastewater, environment, and composite materials and corrosions. Then we have Dr. Anurag Kumar Tiwari, working in mainly rheology of complex fluids, nanomaterials for nanoscale heat transfer purpose and biomedical devices. Then we have Dr. Giri Babu, he is working in complex fluid rheology, interfacial flows, and hyperelasticity. Then we have Dr. Deepak Sahu, mainly working in process safety, fire dynamics, CFD, and waste to energy conversion. Then we have Dr. Neetu Tibia, and working mainly in environment engineering, photocatalysis, graphene, and transport phenomena. Then we have Dr. Nitin Naresh Pandare, mainly working in environmental engineering, catalysis, and conversion of biomass to fuels. So we have Dr. Sasikant Yadav, mainly working on CO2 sequestration, edible films and coatings. So research facilities, we have augmented a good amount of the research facilities. In that case, we have AAS, chromatographs, BET apparatus, rheometers, UOD measurements. Then we have bowel column reactor, tubular furnace, differential scanning calorimetry, solar simulators, UTM machine. Laboratories, we have a state-of-art modern the laboratories, mass transfer laboratory, reaction engineering, process control, energy technology, fluid mechanics, instrumentation laboratory, pollution abatement, rubber testing laboratory, mechanical operation, heat transfer, CFD, thin film technology laboratory, micro and nanoscale, bioengineering, applied photocatalysis. Then our faculty are working hard just to get laurels to our department and NIT. So Dr. Ratan got several awards, and Dr. N.K. Srivastava is working. He is enlisted in Who is Who of the world. Excellent services for professional societies, just for the review work of various conferences. Dr. Poonam Gera got Best Oral Paper Presentation Award. Then myself, we got this for Best Poster Presentation, Best Undergraduate the Research Paper Award for one of our BTech students. Dr. Anurag Tiwari, he got a Young Scientist Award, and one of his student got for Best Paper Award in ChemCon 2020. We are actively organizing international and national conferences each year, so that we should be well connected to the world and transmit the knowledge. So in the meantime, we have conducted this ChemCon Chemical Engineering Congress 2 times in 2012, and one is in 2018. Then several short-term courses just to impart the knowledge transfer to our institutions, where we can share our 5 days course just to train the people to the other side. So in that, we are having some national courses, some international courses. In national, we have expertise from India only. International courses, we ask the experts from abroad just to participate. So we are expecting you people also to participate in some of our short-term course as an expert. Now, this year we have constituted a memorial talk for the Rubal Preet Kaur. She was our faculty, and she left in 2018 due to some cancer disease. So we have, in honor to, in her name, we have created award actually. So in that way, we will conduct the lecture every year on April 18. So these are some upcoming events. In that way, department is conducting one Cambion International Chemical Engineering Conference, Chemical, Biochemical, Environmental Engineering. This would be held in the month of August. Another conference we are conducting in the month of September. This is just 100 glorious years for chemical engineering. So various keynote speaker of the world would participate in that. Scott Fogler and D.V. Khapkas. So this was in short our department part. So the next one we have the alumni which were given their part just to be the part of this meet actually, and due to some reason they could not join. So I want to share you all of them. So we have Mr. Bhavishya Mittal. He is the associate director, Everywhere Pharmaceutical, California. Bikram Arora, he is general manager, Jindal Saw Steel, Chandigarh. Mr. Binod had joined, interacted with all of us. Then Mahendra Barodia, technology manager, UOP Honeywell, Chicago. And Mandeep Singh Bedi also, he had joined, but he could not get connected. Then we have Dr. Sastry, he is working as associate professor. Then BB Singh, head business development, South Asia and Africa. Then Dr. Gaurav Kataria, he is working as assistant professor in Manipal University, Jaipur. Dr. Prashant Kumar, he could not get connected also. He is working at EPU. Ajinkya Pal has joined. He is working as a PhD scholar. Yes, Amanpreet has joined and she is working as a calibration specialist. Diksha could not join also. She is working in L&T Hydrocarbon, Baroda. Rahul Mandiwal has also did not join. Sambhav joined and interacted actually. He is working in Rishiraj Singh, he is working in HPCL Mumbai. So these were actually the alumni which were shown their commitment, but due to some other engagement, they could not join this meet actually. So anything in between we can share and before closing to this session. Because time is tough, so during this time situation, and we don't know what will happen actually. So some people got engaged at last.
So we would really want to thank you, sir, for organizing this meet. We really appreciate your efforts so that you can unite together all the people from different batches so that they can share their experiences. And just want to thank you, and we look forward to such further meetings frequently so that more people can join.
Yeah, actually, but you know that the situation has given something because something unexpected, because everybody is very much you can say going through a tough time actually this time.
Yeah, that's true.
So initially, actually, I was thinking just to postpone it because I know the situation, how the situation was going on. So then I thought, let it be. Whoever can join, we can interact with them. So one thing is that we can, if some of you and some other people, they can look for this virtual training for the student, this would give them some opportunity to work with actually. Because on-board training, I hope there won't be any chance this year. I don't hope so. Yes, Jha sir, do you want to say something?
So I think I convey my sincere thanks to all the alumni. At least some of them have joined, and
Yes,
due to
yes,
that, some like Amanpreet, she is very active, and we know the.
Yeah, she's
Then
active.
I
She
think
joins our all meets actually. Yeah, she and Vinod, they joined our all the meets.
and today I see Karan and all these things. So after very long time, and I have some discussion with his father some time back and all these things. But I am very happy. So actually, this and all credit goes to Dr. Arya because he is continuously actually making this very sincere efforts and this efforts is very laudable, and I think he will continue these efforts. And my only request is that at least more and more alumni should join, because that only these efforts will be continued. Otherwise, sometime we should not think, okay, if somebody is not joining and all these things, and then people will lose the patience. So I think people should join in the future. And we are not asking you for anything. If suppose you are in a position to help the department, very good. If you are not in a position to help the department, that is, but you will share your experience.
See, Mandeep Singh has
That is also
joined
valuable
now.
for our
So,
students.
so Mandeep ji, how are you? I see he left again. So there could be some the network connectivity actually. So yeah, we know.
Naturally.
Yes, sir, continue.
Mandeep or anybody who actually who have not shared, so they can come.
Srishti, there are some other students and the alumni. We don't know actually some of them there.
Srishti, can you say something?
Srishti, Ashu Jain is there, Rohit Gupta is there. Karan Kashyap is also there. Do you want to say something? Do you want to share something? Do you want to?
Yeah, so well, as I mentioned, like thank you so much, sir, in order to organize this thing even in the hard times. I think this is a great thing to get out of our daily lives and spend some time with our peers and our educators, our mentors, in order to share our experiences. And for me, like if any student who wants to come here and need any sort of advice or any sort of help, if I can do, like I'll try my best, and they can reach me out. And I saw RS's message on LinkedIn. That's how I got in this group, and I'm going to I know like a few of my friends in from my batch. I'm going to try and let them know to add that we are having these kinds of meetings. They should connect
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
we
we
all
are
are stay
actually growing
connected
in that
at all
way.
times. Yeah.
So we are growing actually the group wise. So still 5 years alumni are missing actually. So over the period of some time, those would also get connected because earlier we don't have mobiles or something. Even if in our database also we have their home address only.
Okay.
So, but due to the social media and all these
Social
things, we
media.
are getting connected. So slowly, I hope over the period of maybe 1 year or 2 years, maybe everybody would be well connected. And I am expecting that we would do the same type of activity and engagement with NIT Jalandhar as I see with my SBTI colleagues and SBTI Kanpur. So in SBTI people, I would say that they need not to do anything for training or placement and everything because alumni database is such a large and every organization needs manpower, right? So they simply drop the message. So they are always means have multiple options where to go actually. So over the period of time, here also same thing would happen. So just it is just started only. So things would change slowly, slowly.
Definitely. So you are doing so much efforts. For sure, it will
So
become easy in some years.
so with this, I think we can close our this session here, and I wish that everybody should be in good health and safe and sound. So keep
Yes, sir.
connecting,
Thank you.
and whenever you have a time, just for have an interaction, something maybe two of you, maybe three of you can plan something and give some career advice or some guidance to our student, what they need to study or what they can build up, which may help up in their means in various career opportunities. That would also be a good thing.
Sure, sir. We will be
Yeah,
happy
certainly.
to provide any advice if it will be of
Yes,
value
yes.
to anyone.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you very much. So we will end this session here. So thank you for the joining and we can say good night, or will you have their good morning?
It's going to be good afternoon here.
Okay.
But I
Okay,
think for
then.
you guys,
Bye
it's
bye.
going to be good night.
Thank you, Jha sir. Good
Okay,
night, sir.
thank you. Please be safe. Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.